Hello, and welcome to Talking Simulator. I am Cameron. This is an empty chair, which I forgot to move out of frame. How's everyone doing? Doing well? I am playing solo this week, again. Corey is out, but that means I get to play a marathon with everyone, which is a fun time. I tell myself repeatedly as I cry over and over again as I am murdered and my stuff is taken. It's a kind of fantasy. Um, is everyone having a good time? There we go. Um, yeah, I think we're all doing well here. I had a burst of energy over the weekend and, did all my taxes, handled a bunch of, paperwork stuff, um, went through all my subscription services and canceled the ones that I wasn't using. And today I did my civic duty by doing my census. Are you in Canada? Are you the head of your household? Fill out your forms for the good of the country. I mean, I'm not partial to the idea of nation states in particular, but I'll fill out forms when they ask me to because I love filling out forms. That's why I post so much. We've been talking about drinkable cheeseburgers. Yeah, they're awful. I love how they're canonically awful. They are handed out as a luxury item, as a reward to the colonists on Tau Ceti 4 in Marathon, and they're terrible. I don't know if I've actually exfilled with one. I got all four of the ones you need to unlock the codex entries during the server slam. Just for some reason, I was finding drinkable cheeseburgers everywhere, but I don't think I've actually run across one in retail. Now that I think about it, I've gotten about a million shrink wrap bonsai trees and lots and lots of anchorite provisions, but no drinkable cheeseburgers. Maybe I'm going to the wrong locations. So today what I wanted to talk about is, well, bit of background. Gareth David, the lead developer, the mind behind Citizen Sleeper 1 and 2, made a really interesting post today about Marathon. Um, and uh, talking about like the branding of everything, right? Like the idea that like everything you encounter in Marathon is a product. Whether it's a building or from the map you are playing on to the object you are holding in your hands to the hands you are using to manipulate it is a product, right? Everything is branded. And we live in what is hopefully late capitalism. Um, and everything we touch is branded. But Tau Ceti 4 is like the apotheosis of that. And I thought that was kind of like an interesting idea. Um, because the art style of Marathon is one of interstellar hypercapitalism, right? It is a colony that was enabled by a fascist government and its attendant mega corporations. And the story in Marathon is also something I wanted to talk about because it was something that I felt maybe this is just the way my algorithm rolls, but it was in the lead up to the game, and even now that it's been out for a while, people say like they would want to play it, but they want to play a game with a story. And that's maybe a fringe opinion that Marathon doesn't have a story because it actually has quite a an interesting one, but it's one that's told. Um, there are exogenous storytelling items, right? Like it's a bit like Dark Souls, where the items you collect in the game will tell you about themselves and thus inform what happened in the game, right? They are um thematic rather than diegetic, I guess. Like, is that what I'm getting at? But events that occur to you in game as a matter of you playing through it are also a means of telling the story. Even if that story is like, I am a roving sociopath in service to um, a shifting array of corporate interests to which I hold no particular allegiance, as long as I get to like click on the heads of other people. Durandal has spoken to me a couple of times. Durandal will occasionally, if you played the original Marathon games, Durandal was one of the AIs on the colony ship. He was not one of the colony. The Durandal was in charge of doors, wasn't he? In security, he was kind of like a little Janus influenced Janos. I don't know how we're pronouncing Greek today, uh, or Latin. Janus is Roman. Oh, this is embarrassing. Doors and stairways. Yeah, the god who looks in every direction is the patron of janitors. That's where we get the term janitors because they hold the keys and are custodians of hallways. Um, Durandal will occasionally talk to you, right? You'll just get like a little voice line that plays, and your head AI will be like, "Hey, someone's breaking through," and then it's like Durandal will talk to you. Um, and that's kind of interesting. It doesn't really mean a lot yet because he usually just says something kind of disdainful about how, like you're a rat picking at a corpse. Um, but it hints at a thing that's going to occur later, I feel. Bungie has said that they have several years of narrative developments for Marathon plotted out, which I have no problem believing. There's a lot of weird stuff going on here, and it doesn't take a lot of hard play to encounter something where you look at it and go, that ain't right. Yeah, Joyeuse is another one of the AIs referred to as Joy. Uh, Durandal, Cortana, and Joyeuse are swords. I think they were all swords owned by Charlemagne. Um, don't quote me on that because I don't do research. I'm actually only pseudo literate. I know how to look at the funny little drawings on the pages. Yeah, Carolingian myth. Durandal was Roland's sword. Okay, yeah, they're mythical swords from what we now think of as France. Um, where was I going with this? Branding, storytelling, how these things interact, how you interact with them, and how you learn about this world as you play the game, which is fun to play. How does that sound for like a quick little 3 hour afternoon stream? I'm going to click on things, and you're going to look at what we see. And we're going to think about what it tells us about the world that we exist in, and how it seems to suck, and why hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of people would voluntarily put themselves into hibernation to go and live on a dubiously habitable rock. Yeah? Because, like, people volunteered for this mission, and what we see at Tau Ceti 4 is that on the best days, it was some hard living. It was some hard living. And people were like, you know what? I'll take it. I'm going to need to turn the volume on the game up so that I can hear my death approaching. So you may want to adjust your volume once the game launches, which will be any second now. Oh ho. Also, if this is your first time watching me play Marathon, I am flaccid cheeks at this game. I am so bad at it. We are going to get murdered. If you see any systemic errors I'm making, I'd actually appreciate a little guidance. I'm so ass at this game. The thing with Bungie games is that they are, I feel Bungie's audience has not shifted since the 90s. Well, that's a hell of a thing to come back to. What happened? Oh, right. I was playing, and I went in with a free kit, the new caloric kit, which is why I have this. And I was like, walking along, when suddenly a spray of shotgun pellets appeared next to my head, and I turned around and someone ran at me, like out in the fucking countryside, and I hosed him down with the gun, and he was carrying all of this. And then I did the thing where you find half of the map, which tells you where to find the other half of the map, and then you take the other half of the map, and you combine them into the map, and you go and collect your loot. I was collecting my loot when I heard another player approaching, and I lay in ambush for them with my new shotgun, and then got completely rolled. I got completely rolled as I was sitting there listening to them getting closer and closer. And they came up behind me and killed me as I was looking to where they were coming from. At which point I went, and then I think I went and had a bath. I had my headphones on backwards for an entire evening of playing this game, which was the fact that it didn't significantly impact how I performed. is a humiliation ritual. They're cabled, but because I have Sennheiser 600s, HD 600s, they have a cable going to each ear. There's no cable running through the headpiece. They each have one, so. Humiliating. But look at all the shit I picked up off a free kit. He had a blue shield. I don't know how I got him with this. Oh, I love Sennheisers. They've been the brand of headphones I've been using for 30 years. The first pair of headphones I bought on my own were a pair of Sennheisers. Geez, what were they? They were gray with pink lettering. Single piece molded. Open air. They were about $150 or $200 in the 90s. I used the money I made from working in a kitchen at a local chain restaurant to buy them. And everyone told me that I was wasting my money. And I was like, I can't hear you. But because these are open air headphones, you can hear me. Isn't that interesting? Mida kit today. Hell yeah. It's Mida kit day. Mida green kits too. Okay, right, this is the new thing. They're doing free kit lobbies. Everyone has a free kit. And they decide to bump the free kits up to greens. So what do y'all think? Where do you want to look? You want to start on perimeter? Let's do perimeter. Let's do a cheeky perimeter run. It even comes with a tactical sidearm, so we have something to throw away. We have something to brush aside. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the kill runners mission. Yeah, I love how Mida would seem to be the most sympathetic faction here, apart from the fact that they have no idea what they are. Like, there's something quite interesting going on in this game where everyone's identity, and not just like wouldn't it be weird if I was a robot? Kind of 1970s and 80s, 90s brand of like, oh, what's science fiction identity all about? Where it's like even your political identity, what you believe, what you know, what you remember, is completely up for like, I don't know. We don't know what Mida stands for, but we know what we're against. Like, this feels very much like a universe where ontology is just like a luxury belief. Oh, look at us, we got a heat grenade. Okay.
Engaging affirmation protocol. Assert. Every reset refines your potential. Assert. You are optimized for success.
Camo active.
It may be knife time. This is possibly the stupidest I've ever been. Uh-huh.
Time to hunt. Feel the darkness.
There's a thief around here somewhere. Stupidest I've been so far. What if I used 2 abilities and a bunch of consumables in order to kill one? Oh wow, I have a self-revive. Why don't people go for the finisher? I don't get it. It gives you a bunch of Arachne rep. People seem really intent on spraying a lot of... It takes so much ammo to kill somebody with a gun once they've been down. It feels like they have 2 or 3 times as many hit points when they're downed as they do when they're up and running around. And the animation takes less time to do and requires fewer resources. Also gives you, like, thanks, Doodles. It gives you a big boost to, like, recoveries as well. Yes, I did. No, it doesn't require you to use snipers. It requires you to land headshots. You can see the difference between regular and precision damage when you are hitting someone. I think it's actually a form of like big timidity, not victory style. I kind of like this one. Or this loading screen, chat. One of the things that I think is really interesting about this game is that Sekaguchi, who employs this moth to make your body, is asking a lot of questions about how your body works. Like a lot of suspiciously basic questions about how your body works. Which makes me want to ask the Sekaguchi representative, Nona, what the hell is going on?
Reminder. Weed worms ready to acknowledge end-of-life signal. Termination is a reboot.
Yeah, why not? Wait, hold on. Steady on. I have a suppressor on this thing. Cool. A bit unusual to find here. Oh, well, don't worry about it. It's terrible. So much unstable gunmetal. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's move into station proper.
Camo active.
One of my favorite things about this map is that later in the map, UESC bots with sniper rifles spawn up here. And from that place on the map, you can see the exfil point at North Relay. Well, these are all terrible. Wow, look at all the railgun and slug
Signal
shoddy
recall
mods.
window closes in 20 minutes.
Another shrink wrap bonsai. I have so many of those. Oh look, it's certain death. That was... Okay, well, it wasn't this one. That's good. Do you want to keep looting this place? I can't believe I missed the precision kill on that thing. It was a human being. It was another person. That was another one activating. I close doors behind me sometimes.
Camo filter engaged.
Where the hell was that coming from? There's somebody shockingly near.
Unseen. Deploying heat.
Hate this.
Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
Where was the TAD? Was it up there?
Stealth engaged.
Where are you? Clayless fan.
us, despite our screams.
They're calling him the most silhouetted man in gaming history.
Remaining.
Do not understand these loot habits. You heard that, right? There's somebody else in here. I heard them running. You can just do drugs when you find them.
Time to hunt.
The Marracat, it was one of the colony AIs. Gabriel, maybe? They're calling him the greediest looter. There were 9 colony AIs. I think they each had like they each had a different role, a different specialty. They were split up into colonies or families, excuse me.
5 minutes remain.
Fine, fuck it, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, the 9. Yeah, Bungie loves 3 7s and 9s. I'm more of a 9-man myself. Burbs.
Be mindful of our escape.
Interesting.
Three minutes remain.
Camo filter engaged. Runner here.
What the hell was going on there? I didn't hear shit, no. A bunch of stuff I don't keep. Really? Right, the Voltrar has better range. Okay, I guess we run it back. Or actually, it's kind of time to take a break. Yeah, it's got the slower energy projectiles. I just like it because it overheats. It overheats your opponents or your target, which can be handy. But I'm going to run a quick ad and then I'll be back. How does that sound? Well, I'm going to do that anyway. So I will see you shortly. Hello, I return. I have a glass of delicious water. He said, calling a plastic cup a glass. Wait, am I supposed to... Bentley. Remember that one from like 2023? All right, let's just run her back. Let's run her back. I can't endorse the single-player experience in this game enough. Or, sorry, the solo queue experience enough. It is... like... whatever part of your mind is still, like, basically a kind of shrew or mouse existing in the desiccated skeletal remains of dinosaurs. This is that experience, man. You're tiny, you're vulnerable, and you're full of hate. It's like a pure adrenal fear. Nothing like it. I don't know why this game isn't doing better numbers with a pitch like that. You want to be stressed out and scared? It's 2026. Do you want to be scared out of your mind? Interesting.
Warning. Localized threats detected. Risk assessment advised.
Well, let me loot this thing on top of a pillar. Oh, it sucks. There's not even anything good in it. I want someone to use that tad so bad. And use it. Just go and do it. Go and do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. What if I did it? Hello. You're a sniper. You have a sniper rifle. For me.
Stealth engaged.
I'm gonna get me a sniper rifle. Did he drop it? Fuck, he didn't. That's awfully rude of him. Where's his buddy? Hello. I feel cheated. Hey, Foxmar. Things are going pretty well, I think. I mean, I'm terrible at the game, but the point of the game is that, you know, everyone's terrible at it. If I was gonna hide, it'd be right here. Nope, okay. Somebody has you. The Wraith Warden has been engaged in combat, huh? Good for him. Finding love is hard. Ass. No one heard that, right?
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
How? I mean, I guess I made, like, a shitload of noise for no reason. Didn't I have any self-revives? I thought I had self-revives. Guess not. Or did they get the other half of the map? And we're watching me move. That would be interesting. Hey, we completed a thing. Hooray. Okay, okay. Warm-up's done. Now we're gonna play. Also, that Vandal had a cookout. It's just a great gun. I'm honestly envious. The V66 Lookout is a great precision rifle, affectionately known as the Cookout. Yeah, they put self-reses into this game and took them out of Destiny. We took them from Dawnlocks. Come to the Human Cuisine restaurant. We have boiled grain, flatbread with various toppings, 3 frap. Yeah. Yeah, that is human food. You have to remember the boiled grain and the stew of fatty meat and starch. You now have 90% of human cuisine. Right? Yeah, you take something that is too hard to chew and you cook it with a bunch of like plants and acids, and then you put it on some boiled grain, and there you go. You are feeding humans. Whether that boiled grain is rice, quinoa, or semolina wheat blended with eggs. I was a little sad years and years ago when I ran a D&D campaign that featured edible, hot charcuterie boards. And people were like, that sounds disgusting. What do they do? It's like, yeah, they take cured meat and cheese, and they put it on a flatbread, and then they serve it to you hot. And people were like, that's revolting. Why would anyone ever eat that? I was like, good question. Interesting question. Chat got it. Man, we are spawning at the same place repeatedly.
Reminder, UESC detected nearby. Fatal outcomes are highly probable.
Where did the... Oh, there was an item on the ground. Shiny penny. Sure, you know what? Sure. A materialist sidearm. Why not? Why not? Are we not all materialists? there's only one place that could be.
Stealth engaged.
I saw you. Oh, that's humiliating. Look, I told you I sucked. I'm not sure we fully appreciated how much. Maybe I should try a different shell.
Nothing escapes me.
Recon got a buff. Maybe I should try Recon. Anyway, what were we talking about when we launched the stream? The way everything is branded, the way storytelling, like, informs how we play the game, or the way that the game informs the story that we infer from it. We are carrion feeders as players. Like, if we go back to Destiny, say, a large part of that game was rummaging through the remains of a previous human civilization, right? There is basically no continuity between the society that we as Guardians represented and the human societies that were eradicated in the solar system before we started. Right? We are scavenging through their ruins, right? And here again, we are doing that, but with a far more like explicit focus on how deep that divide is. I feel like the division between what the Tau Ceti colonists experienced and what we experience searching through the remains of their lives for valuables we can sell is deeper than the divide that was inflicted on us by an extinction level event in Destiny. Right? The chasm between those two societies, one mediated by an extinction level event, the other mediated by a hyper-capitalist interstellar empire. Why did we spawn here again? The hyper-capitalist interstellar society produces
Reminder,
a larger
pay close
disconnect.
attention to shell maintenance. Repair is always better than replacement.
Remember, I don't have stealth. Are we stuck in a time loop? No. But we might be moving through different realities. I don't think it's a time loop, though. It's a lot of bots next door. Yeah, like Marathon Infinity ended essentially with Durandal, like the timeline's breaking, and Durandal becoming kind of unstuck between realities, or the security officer being unstuck between realities. I watched a friend play it. It wasn't really my shit at the time. A weapon a lot like the Mida multi-tools in Marathon.
Sneak out.
Shut out.
Always use drugs. Who opened that door? Yeah, the FBI director warning went from don't use drugs to if you hold real still, nobody can tell you're on drugs right now. survey cartridge. Oh, noes. It's materialist. 2 survey cartridge. That's actually quite good. That's pretty good. I'm kind of impressed with that. All right, our objective now is to live. Lunch kit. Uh-huh. Well, that wasn't ours. Do we just get out of here? That's a big boy up there.
Go. Who's out there?
Maybe I should just start camping exfils. This is the second time we've had our exfil camped by somebody who didn't even try. I don't think he even tried to loot me. I had some really interesting stuff, too. Somehow I'm level 50. Ugh. Video games. I do feel that the exfil camper is among the lowest form of life on Earth. What about all these blues that I'm never going to use? How many of them should I keep? Oh, look, I've got a repeat. If I ever get a V85 circuit breaker, it's going to be so modded. Look at all the things that I'm never... Behold my shit. It's all terrible. Why am I holding on to it? I'm never going to use it. But what if... What if the king wants to play Marathon one day and I don't have any good shit? Can you trade with people? I mean, kinda. Kinda. You can drop things for people who are in your fire team, but it will acquire a little, like, status on it that's, I think it says loaned, and it will return to you upon exfil. Otherwise, there's no real way to exchange gear. Like, there's no permanent way to exchange gear. Like, if you team up with somebody and you, like, drop things on the ground for each other, they will return to the person who brought them into the match at the beginning, at the end of the match. So you can't, like, sell gear, right? The game won't make that transfer permanent. You can exchange things that are, like, looted during the match, but anything you come in with, if transferred to another player voluntarily, like they don't kill you and loot you, it will come back to you. What am I holding all this stuff for? I have one purple shield. That's it. Is anything else really worth holding on to? Especially considering how I play this game. Let's try.
It's all for the taking.
I haven't thiefed in a while. Oh, I should bring in gear. Unless it's just knife time. We could explore the knife time dynamic. Yeah, we have sponsored kit matches, but what about knife time matches? Once in a knife time. Knife to meet you. This game definitely wants me to loot station.
System checks complete. May you operate at peak efficiency.
Stupid plant.
Time to move. Grenade out.
Was it good? I mean, it was greasy. We didn't deserve that win. And yet,
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
Go in peace. Oh yeah, drop the trap bag.
Inelegant, but effective.
Wait, there was a blue in here that I didn't take? That nobody took. Interesting. Okay, we should get out of here because we're running out of ammo.
Auxiliary systems marginal. Station operational capacity unknown.
Unless there's more shit we can just take. Stupid. Ooh, a penny. Where to, chat? Where to next? North Relay? Let's rotate North Relay. Don't know why. I wonder what mode I'm in. I guess this is the charge fire mode. Man, being on Thief and not having claymores is just extremely sad to me, personally.
Takers.
Well,
15 minutes until signal loss.
Okay, well, there's no one up there. What if we went and were just like a giant dirtbag to a rando? Would there be karmic retribution to us? Hopefully. embarrassing. Sir? What's the plan? Yeah, that wall is off-gassing. Like, suspiciously. This is the Lookout, the gun I was talking about earlier. The one that we got by. It's very good. I like it a lot. I'm not sure it's better than other guns, but I like it. Unsurprisingly, someone has been through here. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Alert. Static overcharge across the...
God, I have no ammo. I have no ammo. This is so stupid. What am I doing? I have purple shields and no ammo. Ooh, flechette schema. Do I have smokes? No smokes.
Time to move.
Who was shooting at us? Man, whoever was in here took everything.
10 minutes remaining.
lockbox room. You're so right. You're so right, Graham. I have a key. I have a key. I could have just gone into the lockbox room. It was right there. I was just so paranoid about, like, how little ammunition I had. Yeah, I must have been last, right? Well, that wasn't bad. That assassin must have been extremely annoyed to lose out on, like, a bunch of perks. Everybody loves Nona. Everyone loves Nona's quests, even. I want you to go here and inject yourself with some random junk. And then I want you to kill people. And you're like, okay, Nona. Do I need this many blue backpacks? Magnum, I love the way you look, but you're so bad. It's like Bungie knew that people liked hand cannons from Destiny, and we're like, well, we can't just make the hand cannon the best gun in the game anymore. Right? Halo, Destiny, it can't be in Marathon. Why don't we just make it 5% not good enough in every stat? Oh, and this is the, if you were asking about the Mida multi-tool earlier, this is kind of it. I've got a weird barrel mod in right now. But, yeah, I mean, you could dual wield pistols, and you could dual wield, the double-barreled shotgun in Marathon too. But then again, you were also the security officer in Marathon too. Here we are a runner shell who seem to be a lot more fragile. Or a lot less sturdy and a lot more disposable. You know? Actually, there's a thought. Do I have a better barrel mod for this thing? No? Really? Huh. Okay. Weird. Jesus. Okay, sure. Congratulations to whoever loots me. What a completely unreasonable haul to take off someone. Wow. I'd be annoyed. Especially considering that, like, we got the drop on them, and then we're embarrassingly bad at closing the deal. Yeah, like the hand cannon feels so good. You're just wielding it and you're like, yeah, this is a badass gun. And you're like, wow. And then you pull the trigger and it like doesn't quite go where you want it to, and it doesn't do as much damage as you need it to do, and it recoils more than it should. Right? I think the problem with the Magnum is the recoil on it is just a little too harsh to allow you to land the shots that you need to really make it a good weapon. Which is a heartbreaker. It's just a complete heartbreaker. I'm not good enough with it for it to matter, but like it feels like the gun that you take into any encounter and lose with. But I should run another ad, and then we'll come back and play more. How does that sound? And this time I swear we'll talk about how this game does its storytelling. I swear. I swear. Hey, what's up? I'm back. I see someone in chat has also read Gareth Damian Martin's article about how Marathon generates its stories. I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, but then I started playing the game and it's just really good. I was like, well, I suppose I should be talking about how this game works. But what if I laid the worst ambush you've ever seen and was rewarded for it? Yeah, game rips shit. It's great. I don't know what to tell you. What about we play some more? What if we play some more? Do I want to take this in with a thief show? Do I want to try something else?
Oh,
Ready for anything.
Maybe we want to try some Vandal. I wonder if I should get the skin that gives her baby bangs. She's got a 5 head under there, right? Like if you... Oh yeah, this is the Arachne skin for her. I like the moire pattern on her gloves. Or are those just her hands? Probably just her hands. Who's got a contract for... Oh, I suppose I should do the story while we're talking about how this game tells its stories. Download a UESC comm security code in quarantine. That's already a big-ass game. Defeat the UESC Grenadier Commander in maintenance. Yeah, that's another big ask. Then intercept classified UESC comms at AI uplink or bio research. Versus put your rod in the box. See, I kind of love Sekaguchi genetics contracts, at least the story ones, because they really seem to imply Sekaguchi genetics, who manufactures your body, doesn't know how it works. Like they're asking you to like run around and test various things, but at a kind of a basic level that it doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence. You know? Defeat hostiles. Sure. We can do that. We will not do that. Nona knows exactly how it works, but she's asking you to field test a jailbreak. Let's try some Dire Marsh. 5 in a single run is nasty. They can just be 5 bots. Something she would do? Maybe. My read on it is that whatever process we're going through to get these bodies to Tau Ceti changed them in some way, or the planet is affecting them in some way, right? Or the colonists were working on something that alters them in some way, right? It's usually like, find this thing in the colony, inject it into your body, and then exfil, right? There's frequently additional steps between that, but like there's just enough English on the tasks that it feels like they are really trying to hack some way of getting information out of it. What's the heat mechanic in the game? Running builds up heat. Sliding builds up heat. Melee attacks build up heat. Certain kind of attacks build up heat. 1.7 shits is this? And then when you have too much heat, you can no longer do any of those things.
UESC security forces present and alert. Engage with caution.
Here, maybe somebody here. Absolutely, there was nothing worth the amount of noise made. Somebody just opened a thing. Did you hear that, chat? Flee. I love how loud Vandal's footsteps are. I think she might have the second loudest footsteps in the game after Destroyer. Assassin, also shockingly loud footsteps. But Vandal has, like, she walks around like she owns the ground that she's standing on. Or she might just have Crisco in the can, you know? Like, Those are closed shutters. Those aren't. Neither are those. I can never remember which is the charged mode and which is the single fire mode. Oh, Sakur!
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
There's somebody in here somewhere. Somebody had to close those shutters. That's got to be the outdoor area. I would like this lightning to fuck off, please. Yeah, that's the outdoor area. That's the... I don't know. The, not a greenhouse, the opposite of a greenhouse. The little garden in the middle. Really? We can't fit through there? Game. Game. The Dickens, you say? Is this They're calling this the dirtbag move of the season. Okay, I know exactly where you are now. You went up on the roof. You smoked. We all love to smoke on the roof. You used the TAD, well out of range of it.
Shredder out.
Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
Well, we all had our fun. I feel I could have been 5 or 10,000 times more aggressive there and come out on top. Let this be a lesson to you, chat. I have no idea what form that lesson would take. Flashcards? Maybe, if you're good.
No chance.
Y'all remember the part where I told you I was complete cheeks at this game, right?
See ya.
Why am I doing this? The fucking clear? Oh no, wait.
We are growing tomorrow's harvest.
That's like my favorite album. Lol.
EMP out.
I feel kind of cheated there, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm just asking for it. Thou shits me. Stupid, 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 stupid. Wasteful.
You have 10 minutes to exfil.
Stupid. Just stupid. I don't know what I was doing there. I mean, easy come, easy go, right? I didn't earn it and I didn't deserve to keep it. But I really miss having stealth. I mean, in retrospect, they were waiting for me in the only place that I would have waited for me. Get up somewhere high with easy cover. Look in the direction that they came from. And then I made noise for no reason. But we did get a green thing. So what story did that tell? Other than whoever is sending these mercenaries to Tau City is not really screening them that aggressively. I really want to play Saros, but I don't have a PlayStation 5. Is Returnal on PC? Because Adam loves Returnal, right? And I think he's really enjoying Saros. I haven't watched any of the streams. But, like, the Returnal is? Oh, no. I have so many games at home that I don't play. Returnal is an all-timer? No, you can't tell me this. Okay, what if we went back on Dirtbag Shell? If I got my Binky again? My little Blanky? My soft friends? The thing that I can't operate without, apparently? We should probably get a crew contract. Five runners without dying. Absolutely not. Who do you think you're talking to? Defeat runners with a shotgun. Who drops shotguns? They drop in maintenance sometimes, right? I feel the mid-tier bots in maintenance sometimes drop wasters. You go there, get a shotgun. Use it to kill runners. UESC breachers, yeah. They spawn in maintenance though, right? On Dire Marsh? Maintenance and AI uplink? Right, yes, AI uplink. Okay. Oh yeah, Assassin's tiny little horns. Someone online pointed out the other day, they were like, wow, someone at Bungie has a thing for this particular shape of man's skull. And it was a picture of like assassin Crow, the prince of the reef in Destiny and Destiny 2. And then there's one character from Halo, I want to say. Anyway, yeah, somebody in Bungie's art department is like, this kind of boy is my type. An Oryx thing? Maybe. Hey, AI uplink. Cool.
Reminder, pride is a vestigial human flaw.
Behold, the AIs. What happened in this place?
Time to hunt.
That was a shotgun. Did any of them drop their shotguns then? Excuse me, let me shoot up with these drugs I found in the trash. It's kind of like a shotgun, but not. Really? Nothing? You give me at nothing? Ooh. $20. Hey, actually, with an EMP, I suddenly feel way more confident opening this little guy. Do we have claymores? We do. Why do I have this? No clear reason.
Warning.
Sensing clear.
Reinforcements detected. Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Well, got one. Okay, once my stealth is back up, we'll go down there and it's knife time.
Unseen.
That is me, the intrepid bot slayer. Is that the one directly fucking outside?
Stealth engaged.
What did this moron get me into? My free kit. Okay. I feel like I could have gotten off the first shot there. For some reason, I was just staring at them for, I don't know, a tenth of a second, being completely unable to pull the trigger. Alas. Well, I suppose we should wrap it up there. And by there, I mean, having now examined in detail the way the marathon tells the story of how I'm, honestly quite bad at the game, I would invite you in your playthroughs to contemplate how a game's mechanics, not only its not only through, like, item descriptions, text, cutscenes, and dialogue, but what you, the player, do. You, as the protagonist, what you do in game is the game's story. It's not just the things that are held in front of you to be like, the game story is progressing, but it's what you do, right? Like, how would a narrator describe what you are doing? And in Marathon, that experience is one of, stress, fear, of being a small animal amidst predators that is waiting for, like, loud sounds to either herald someone attacking you under the cover of someone else's noise, or an opportunity for you to backstab someone else. And I think it strums something very deep in our, the parts of our brain that are very old. The parts of our brain that are like, man, I love swimming through this puddle, eating glucose, or turning sunlight into carbohydrates. I hope there's never a shadow over me. The experience of being alive, the unbroken thread from our ancestors from billions of years ago to now, is alive and well and represented in Marathon, which adds to it a particularly horrifying layer of corporate ownership and branding. What if the puddle you were all swimming in was a wholly owned UESC project sponsored by New Caloric? Anyway, thank you for joining me on Talking Simulator. Goodbye.